Un día sentimos miedo. Pero nunca estuvimos solos. Algún día pensamos que este camino podría ser difícil. Y lo superamos juntos. Juntos aprendimos más allá de las respuestas. Comprendimos que debíamos buscar las preguntas correctas. Ahora tenemos en nuestras manos la responsabilidad de un futuro mejor. Porque de pronto nos dieron 20 no, y nosotros encontramos 20 como sí. Somos la generación pertenencia, unión, aprendizaje, persistencia, liderazgo, resiliencia. Somos la generación 2020. American School Foundation of Guadalajara.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will begin the ceremony. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the ASFG senior class of 2020. Please stand for the national anthems sung by a member of the class of 2020, María Fernanda González Valenzuela.
Mexicanos al grito de guerra, el acero apresta y el bridón, y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Favor de sentarse. It is my privilege to introduce the Presidium for today's commencement. Please welcome Consul General Robin Matthewman, American Consulate General in Guadalajara. Dr. Moisés Hernández Nuño, President of the Board of Trustees. Licenciado Carlos Wolstein, President of the Board of Directors. Mr. David McGrath, Director General. Ms. Alondra Velasco Ledesma, Director of the Mexican Program. Dr. Julie Villand, High School Principal. Mr. Brian Zink, High School Assistant Principal. The Co-Valedictorian Award is earned by the student in the graduating class with the highest cumulative grade point average for grades 9 through 12. Hannah Butler has earned outstanding grades throughout her high school academic career. She has been recognized as a National Hispanic Recognition Program Scholar, National Merit Commended Scholar, AP Scholar with Distinction, and with the AP International Diploma. She has studied French for 10 years. She has received a full scholarship to attend the elite summer science program in astrophysics at the New Mexico Institute of Technology. She looks forward to attending Brown University this year. Please welcome the class of 2020 Co-Valedictorian, Hannah Butler Gutiérrez.
Buenas tardes, honorables miembros del Presidium, padres de familia, maestros y generación 2020. Es un honor para mí tener la oportunidad de dirigirme ante ustedes hoy, aunque quisiera más que nada poder tenerlos realmente enfrente de mí. Antes de comenzar, me gustaría admitir que yo no estaría parada enfrente de ustedes si no fuera por mi padre. Yo no siempre fui la niña más estudiosa que todos conocen. En primaria, mis calificaciones no eran muy impresionantes. Y cuando era más pequeña, adopté la mala costumbre de pretender ser más tonta de lo que era. Aunque me gustaban las matemáticas, renegaba al hacerlas. Y dejé de leer, aunque en realidad lo disfrutaba muchísimo. Viéndolo ahora, me da coraje admitir que era porque quería caer bien. Y sentía que una niña inteligente no caía bien. Por suerte, a mi papá no le interesaba mi popularidad, pero sí le interesaba verme salir adelante. Entonces me presionó muchísimo en términos académicos. Para darles una imagen, visualicen veranos cálidos en California, y ahí encerrada en la casa estaba yo aprendiendo matemáticas. Creo que por mucho tiempo le guardé rencor por esto. Yo sentía que esto no era lo que un padre debía de hacer. Pero me veo ahora y veo una mujer inteligente, fuerte, trabajadora, que sabe que su mejor esfuerzo siempre es suficiente. Y que no le importa si ser una mujer inteligente cae mal. A lo que quiero llegar con esto es que muchas veces nosotros los hijos no sabemos interpretar el amor de nuestros padres. Entender a mis padres es algo que a mí me ha costado muchísimo y creo que mis compañeros comparten este sentimiento. Porque su amor es algo complicado, que se manifiesta de diferentes formas y cada padre lo demuestra a su manera. Pero al final, todos compartimos la suerte de tener el apoyo incondicional de la familia. Mi mamá me demostraba su amor creyendo en mí, mientras que en cuanto a mi papá, presionarme era su forma de demostrarme amor. Y qué bueno, porque me recordó que a mí me gustan las matemáticas, me gusta leer poemas, y que mi energía no la debería de gastar en fingir que soy otra. Ambas formas, aunque muy diferentes, eran justo lo que yo necesitaba. Hoy hablo en nombre de cada persona de esta generación. Con certeza les digo, padres, el apoyo y el amor que nos han dado ha formado una generación de jóvenes fuertes, independientes y motivados. Somos un grupo diverso y somos diferentes de muchas formas, pero eso sí lo compartimos. Así que muchas gracias a nuestros padres. Ahora, generación 2020. Yo creo que con la suerte que tenemos, nos merecemos el título de la generación más inolvidable. Desde la nariz rota de Isaac Amaya en primaria, el viaje de octavo a la playa que se canceló justo en nuestro año, la estufa rota y ahora el coronavirus, se siente medio injusta la situación. Sin embargo, después recuerdo cuando jugábamos, niños y niñas, en las canchas de fútbol, y aunque nos decían que las niñas éramos muy masculinas por eso, no nos importaba. Pienso en las clases de deporte con Mr. Ozzy y Mr. Jorge, jugando bote pateado, quemados, boli, olvidando siempre el uniforme de deporte. Y así crecimos, jugando juntos. Recuerdo viajar a Mazamitla con ustedes, un viaje en el que pude conocer a más personas y creció mi círculo de amigas. Recuerdo caminar por el pueblo, comprando coronas de flores y bandanas de colores. Pienso en la mercadotecnia de nuestro senior hall, que nos mantuvo felices con galletas, pan de plátano, brownies y maicitos cada recreo. Y pienso en las prácticas de Halloween, que sinceramente me encantaban, y de verdad me hicieron sentir más cercana a esta generación. Les tengo mucho cariño, y de verdad me va a costar asimilarme a un nuevo hogar que no sea ASFG, y una familia que no sean ustedes. Nos ha tocado graduarnos en una época extraña. Nos faltaron pros, la noche bohemia, la senior sleepover, el time capsule, vivir esta graduación juntos y muchas cosas más. Nos faltaron meses juntos, un tiempo que no se va a poder recuperar. Justamente por todo esto, me doy cuenta que somos un grupo que se adapta y aunque nos duela a nosotros, hemos aceptado esta situación. Y hemos sido ciudadanos responsables, que piensan en los demás. Eso me da mucho orgullo. A mi papá le gusta una canción de Cat Stevens, Where Do the Children Play? O, en español, ¿Dónde juegan los niños? Esta canción salió el año que nació mi mamá, pero yo siento que todavía es relevante. En este momento estamos todos en casa, no salimos mucho, y bien, es lo correcto, es lo que debemos de hacer. Pero yo me pregunto, ¿dónde juegan los niños? ¿Dónde jugamos nosotros? ¿Cómo va a cambiar la vida cotidiana? Son dudas que, aunque no puedo contestar, no me asustan, porque como dije antes, sabemos adaptarnos y seguiremos saliendo adelante. 2020, muchas gracias por 15 años de mi vida. Aunque ha sido casi mi vida entera, se siguen sintiendo demasiado cortos. Aunque hoy es el día en el que nos graduamos y le decimos adiós a este ciclo, no habrá día que no extrañe al American. Son mi familia y mi hogar. Les deseo mucha suerte y salud a todos y les mando un fuerte abrazo, ya que no les puedo dar uno real. Hasta pronto.
We will now have a musical interlude. It is my pleasure to introduce Noor Shehabuddin, Maria Fernanda González Valenzuela, and Ian Matthew Joseph Willing, who will perform See You Again by Wiz Khalifa, accompanied by Ángel Miguel Sánchez Guinto playing guitar and bass, Íñigo Ortiz Zurita playing guitar, and Noor Shehabuddin playing the piano.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew all the planes we flew, good things we've been through, that I'd be standing here talking to you about another path. I know I'd love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. And those were the days, hard work forever pays, and now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Oh, first you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling strong. A small turn to a friendship turn to a bond. Bond will never be broken, the love will never get lost. And when brotherhood comes first, the line never be crossed. Established it on our own when the line had to be drawn. The line is what we reach, so remember it when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
Let the light guide your way. Yeah.
And hold every memory as you go.
And every road you take will always lead you home.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
When I see you again. When I see you again, see you again. When I see you again.
The co-valedictorian award is earned by the student in the graduating class with the highest cumulative grade point average for grades 9 through 12. Carly McGrath has earned the highest grade throughout her high school academic career. She has been a part of the Jalisco track team for the past 5 years, winning a gold medal in nationals in 2019. She has provided service to our community by creating and teaching an English curriculum for migrants at the FM4 Migrant Center. This year, she was our Co-Secretary General of the WAMUN Secretariat. She is also an officer of our National Honor Society. She looks forward to attending the University of Chicago this year. Please welcome the class of 2020 co-valedictorian, Carly McGrath.
Good afternoon, honorable members of the Presidium, parents, teachers, and of course, the class of 2020. It is truly an honor to be here today at the culminating event of our ASFG lives. Our graduation marks the celebration of our achievements and our passage into a new world of our own. But it should also be a time to express deep gratitude for the people who have supported us along the way. In addition to the unwavering support of our families, our many teachers over the years have situated and grounded us as we explore the complex world around us, from learning about seeds and gardening to solving multi-step calculus problems. We recognize their contribution not only to our knowledge about the world, but we applaud their diligent work to help us become better thinkers and better people. Teachers, on behalf of all seniors, I say thank you. Class of 2020, today, on the long-awaited day of our high school graduation, I would like to talk about you, about us. I believe the power of our generation stems from our longevity, a quality that will certainly unite us for many years to come. You guys have accounted for 8/9 of my life so far. I've known some of you since I was 2 years old, long before I knew much more than nursery rhymes and shapes. On this long ride, we have accompanied each other through thick and thin, tragedy and eureka moments. In this great big world, our friendships and mutual support have created a safety net for each of us, as we each dove into our passions, hesitant at first, but soon strong with the palpable support of each other. Regardless of the highs and the lows, our ability to persist as the class of 2020 is what will leave an imprint on each of our hearts for the rest of our lives. Over these past few weeks, I've had a lot of time to think, process, and clean my room. Like a paleontologist, I uncovered a unique artifact in the depths of my closet, one that I brought here today to show all of you. At the end of 4th grade, I asked each of you, or many of you, to sign these Converse as a kind of rite of passage as we transition into middle school. I would like to now read some of the names on the Converse, at least the ones I can still read with 8 years worth of dust on them. These are Maritza, AP, Jose David, Ian, Julieta, Dani Diaz, and many, many more. Let these shoes stand as a testament to the undeniable passage of time and to the friendships that we have forged along the way. I know that sometimes it can be hard to grasp just how much we've grown up together, but it's things like these that shock your system and make you realize how much time has gone by. It reminds us of your younger selves, looking up at the giant seniors, wondering if that would really ever be us. We may not be those tiny 4th graders excitedly waiting for their elementary diplomas anymore, but we certainly carry those younger versions of ourselves within the fibers of our being. Although we can't physically be together in these times, we can be together in spirit by going through our own rooms, searching for hints of each other, past and present. Join me in remembering our introduction to social media through Live Profile, zoo camping, our 2nd grade dinosaur projects, our first rec night. However long you've been part of our community, I am sure this activity will remind you of the sweet and sometimes cringy past we all share. Then, I ask you to share some of those moments in our 2020 group chat. Send us pictures of the most cherished moments of the class of 2020. So we can all rejoice over the wonderful shared experiences despite our current separation. I think graduating can feel similar to grieving in some ways. We are, after all, embarking on our own journeys now, no longer seeing each other every day. While sadness and longing are certainly common feelings right now, I would like to leave you today with a more hopeful message for our future. Whatever your path may be, remember to walk it with compassion. This health crisis that should remind us that at our core, human beings are social creatures, and we depend on each other not only for survival, but for the pursuit of happiness. In times of division, it is compassion that brings us closer to one another. As Denise Dresser puts it in her book, Manifiesto Mexicano, ojalá que en tiempos de antípodas y antagonismos insistas en las coincidencias en vez de las divergencias. While diversity is essential to the beauty of our world, our basic respect for one another is what allows us to enjoy that complex beauty. I believe that being compassionate is a key to success, as it allows us to create long-lasting bonds founded in mutual respect. In my time at ASFG, I have been continuously amazed at the compassion you all have for each other and for the rest of the world already. Through experiences like Pesos for Peace, Teletón, No Más Bolsas, building houses with techo and week without walls, giving up our Students' Day to march for climate action, and the communal and emotional events for Women's Day this year, we have shown our peers, teachers, families, and community at large that we value compassion and strong action to improve the communities we belong to. These moments allow us to speak our truths, tell our stories, and advocate for what we believe in. As Margaret Mead once said, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Today, I ask you all to take those lessons and shared moments with you for the rest of your lives as we all fight for a better, more just world. I believe in you, class of 2020. I have seen firsthand your intelligent and creative problem-solving skills, and I firmly believe that we can each seek and create effective change on our own paths, taking our time together as a reminder of the power of compassion and togetherness. Before we part ways, I want to sincerely thank all of you for the past 16 years of my life. Whether we were best friends or casual acquaintances, I'm sure we can all agree that our ASFG experience is something that we will cherish and take with us on our long, winding, and undoubtedly extraordinary paths ahead. Congratulations, class of 2020, and éxito.
I am now honored to introduce Licenciado Carlos Wolstein, President of the Board of Directors.
Muy buenos días. Graduados 2020, padres de familia de los graduados, directores de nuestro colegio, señora Robin Matthewman, cónsul general de los Estados Unidos, y maestros de los graduados. Siempre es un privilegio dirigirme hacia una generación que se gradúa, como es el caso de ustedes el día de hoy. Pienso que hay dos momentos muy significativos en la vida de un estudiante. El primer día de clases, cuando se enfrentan al desprendimiento de sus padres para comenzar una nueva etapa de sus vidas, y el día de su graduación. Esta generación de ustedes tendrá siempre un significado muy especial en la vida del American School. Son ustedes la generación de este momento que estamos atravesando y que nos duele no poder estar en persona juntos para celebrarlos. Sin embargo, tengo la certeza de que esto los hará más fuertes, pues seguro tienen un gran sentido de la resiliencia y en un futuro no solo celebraremos en persona, sino que nos harán orgullosos de ustedes. El American School es un colegio que nació hace más de 112 años, con una audacia y vanguardia sin igual, ya que se convirtió en la primera opción de educación en Guadalajara con un sistema mixto, extranjero y laico. Ustedes gozan de ese privilegio y sobre todo de haber recibido esta educación tan particular y especial, en donde ofrecemos una educación bajo un esquema de respeto por la diversidad de origen y de sus pensamientos, encontrando los valores que los unen a pesar de sus diferencias. Y gracias a esto logran desarrollar el sentido por el respeto hacia los demás, confianza en sí mismos y sobre todo el valor de expresar sus opiniones. Ustedes son parte de este grupo único de todas las generaciones que este colegio ha dado, por lo que compartimos los mismos patrones de razonamiento, pensamiento y gustos. De alguna manera somos todos muy parecidos. Nos hemos enriquecido gracias a esta educación que sin duda se traduce en sabiduría. Tengan muy presente que siempre serán embajadores de su colegio. Son los portavoces de la grandeza de la educación que ofrece el American School de Guadalajara. Y esto los compromete a ser parte de que se garantice que los ideales con los que nació el colegio sigan vigentes por muchas generaciones más. Inician una nueva y emocionante etapa en sus vidas, llenas de esperanzas, sueños, oportunidades maravillosas. ¿Cuántas veces no habrán deseado que esta etapa que hoy termina llegara a su fin, para comenzar esta aventura que la vida les da a esta edad, de aprender a ser independientes y responsables de las decisiones que toman? No olviden que dejan atrás esa seguridad y comodidad que su colegio les ha dado por tantos años. Dejarán de ver a diario a sus mejores amigos, a sus queridos maestros y directores, sus salones de clase, los recreos y todo lo que el colegio envuelve. Y créanme que pasarán los años y esos recuerdos se mantendrán siempre vivos en sus mentes y en sus corazones. Por lo que les digo que no estén tristes por lo que esto ha llegado a su fin, estén felices porque fue parte de sus vidas. Quiero compartir unas palabras del presidente Barack Obama en un mensaje hacia unos graduados la semana pasada. Aunque ustedes ya son líderes gracias a la preparación que tienen, utilicen esas habilidades para crear un mejor mundo. Será su responsabilidad crear el destino de sus vidas y del mundo. Y siempre tengan presente las 3 siguientes cuestiones. Número 1, no tengan miedo al futuro, ya que será el que ustedes definan. 2, hagan siempre lo que sea correcto con los valores que ya cuentan, como lo son la honestidad, el trabajo, la generosidad, la responsabilidad, la justicia y el respeto por los demás. Y por último, como bien dijo el presidente Obama, construyan comunidades trabajando siempre en equipo. Hoy también es un día para sentirse agradecidos principalmente hacia sus padres, quienes seguramente hicieron grandes esfuerzos y sacrificios para darles el privilegio de recibir una extraordinaria educación, y hacia sus maestros y directores, quienes han hecho posible esto. Este agradecimiento les pido que lo conviertan en un compromiso de lealtad hacia el American School siempre. Tenemos el compromiso de cuidar y preservar nuestro colegio. Hoy yo tengo el privilegio y el orgullo de ser el presidente del Consejo de Directores. Espero que algún día ver a alguno de ustedes en esta posición de gran privilegio. A todos ustedes, padres de los graduados, los felicito por los extraordinarios logros de sus hijos y por lo orgullosos que deben estar de ellos. Estén seguros de que les han dado hasta el día de hoy la mejor educación posible. Y los felicito también porque ustedes están conscientes de que la educación es la mejor inversión que uno puede hacer por sus hijos. Estos 15 años de esfuerzo que han venido haciendo, hoy les está dando su máximo rendimiento. Mis sinceras y respetuosas felicitaciones a todos ustedes, padres de familia. A todos los directores y maestros, no tengo más que reiterarles mi más sincero reconocimiento por su nobleza y dedicación en la labor que día a día realizan con tanto esmero y cariño. Por último, quiero compartir unas líneas de un poema irlandés que parece haberse escrito para este momento y despedida. Que el camino siempre esté a sus pies, que el viento esté siempre sobre sus espaldas, que la lluvia siempre caiga sobre sus campos y que el Señor los guarde en la palma de su mano hasta que se encuentren de nuevo. Muchas gracias y muchas felicidades a todos ustedes.
It is my pleasure to introduce the Consul General Robin Matthewman.
Hi, I'm Robin Matthewman, the Consul General of the United States here in Guadalajara, and it is my great pleasure to congratulate you, the class of 2020, on this wonderful graduation day. I know it's probably not the graduation that you were anticipating. I know that some people are suffering during these difficult times, and our thoughts and prayers are all with you and your families and your friends. But I also have been very, very excited to see all the generosity and all the collaboration that has been going on during these difficult times here in Guadalajara, and I'm very, very pleased to be part of it. So today is a day for celebration for you, celebration for all the hard work you did, celebration for the wonderful futures that you have in front of us. You are, in fact, our future, and we wish you very well, so I hope this is a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you.
I am now honored to introduce Mr. David McGrath, Director General.
Honorable Presidium, parents, teachers, family and friends, and the graduates of the American School Foundation of Guadalajara High School Class of 2020. I join the many parents and teachers in the audience in saying that we are very proud of you for your hard work, your persistence, dedication, and your willingness to struggle, fail, struggle again, and finally succeed, oftentimes all in one single day. Such is the drive of a critical and creative thinker, a purposeful learner, effective communicator, and community contributor. We are not often so starkly reminded of the steady, relentless march of time as we are on days like this one. In my 23 years at the American School, this moment counts as one of the clearest, beating out another such time, recently, in fact, a few months ago, when I visited my wife's classroom in early childhood. In that same delightful corner of campus, many of you began your ASFG careers more than 13 years ago. For context, about 15 years ago, I remember walking into her room one day to probably borrow money for the fish tacos in the cafeteria. And the pre-kinder students working busily in their centers, some noticed me entering and were taken aback slightly by a strange man in their familiar space. However, a confident and self-possessed boy, who somehow recognized me, shouted over to Miss Stephanie, "Miss, tu novio!" He was so cute, and I was quite flattered. We were years married, but in his mind's eye, I somehow looked too young to be her husband. Fast forward maybe 5 years, you were all in maybe second or third grade, and again I entered her room, obviously with a new group of children. Another confident and outspoken turns to her teacher, "Miss, tu esposo." Not boyfriend anymore. Apparently, I look about that age. I was okay with that. Fast forward to the beginning of this school year, your senior year, and I enter her room once again, and this year's outspoken child sees me and says, "Miss, tu papa." Oof. As you can imagine, I now go hesitantly to her classroom, slightly intimidated by what will be the next presumptive relationship I have with my wife. It is moments like these, well, actually moments like now, that remind us so profoundly of the passage of time. In your mind's eyes, graduates, your growth and maturity has been so gradual as if not to show. But right now for us, we can't help but to see images of you through the years. The day you were born, your first steps, your first words, times of unheralded joy and success, times of unbearable heartache and pain. And for us, your teachers, we see not only remarkable growth within one school year, but have the joy to follow your progress through many grade levels and sections. Increments of burgeoning independence, each laying upon us, your parents and teachers, both a sense of pride and optimism for the future and feeling of nostalgia and longing for a time when you needed us more. You pushed us away some days and brought us in tight others. We laughed with you, cried with you, sparred with you, drew the line for you, and understood sometimes you had to cross it. At every glorious step of the way, we were blessed to know, understand, and love you for who you are. From the very first day of school to this, your very last, we have seen you grow into the incredible young men and women that you are today. This makes us happy and very proud. And so it goes, dear seniors, time moves us all forward. Sometimes you seemed eager and impatient with its methodically slow and reliable march. Days ticked off in perfect succession as you woke up, got out of bed, and dragged a comb across your head. Other times you seemed to hesitate, aware of a certain tenderness within you, confessing, at least at some level, that, wait, I'm not sure if I'm ready yet. Where did all these days go? Where did all these years go? Wait, really? But if there is one thing I'm 100% sure about, it is that you are ready. I say that with as much conflicting nostalgia as any other teacher and administrator and parent in this room. I know you are ready for two reasons. First, you just graduated from a rigorous bicultural and bilingual college preparatory high school with an excellent reputation the world over. Seriously. I am in my 23rd year at ASFG, and I've never had a graduate come back after their first semester or year at college to say they were unprepared. To the contrary, they share stories of quickly being able to dive into deep, complex topics because they are so familiar with researching, evaluating, citing sources, reasoning scientifically, thinking numerically, analyzing complex texts, and writing well-organized, well-supported essays with confident voice. Second, you are ready because you all have something very special here between you that you will never lose, each other. Yes, you will always be a member of the American School Class of 2020. You have roamed these hallways more than 10 years together, and those who joined ASFG more recently, this school and your classmates are as much a part of your story as anyone else's. These last few months have been very difficult, but you have a unique story of joy and heartache, silliness and hard work, self-discovery and social cohesion, and in the end, togetherness. You are ready to confidently take on new adventures because beneath you is a rock-solid base of friendship and family that will always be here for you, no matter what. And does this abundance of readiness bring a smallness of growth in your future? Well, of course not. You will continue into realms of intellectual discovery light years beyond the solid foundation that ASFG has given you. As long as we're speaking of the language of our school, I invite you to embrace what is, in my opinion, your area for greatest potential growth, our fourth learning goal, community contributor. And don't get me wrong, by no means have you been neglectful in this area of the human experience. To the contrary, time and time again, from your senior projects to the laudable service you've done at school, in our community and in parts of our city and state that are underserved, you touched people's lives out there. And in doing so, your life was touched by them and ultimately uplifted. Each of you has a vivid image of a moment, maybe in the mid-swing of a hammer at Techo, or breaking bread with the Wirarika children at Oni, listening to the harrowing account of a young Honduran migrant at FM4, or the tender story of a breast cancer survivor who makes herself vulnerable to raise awareness for others. But in the coming years, I would argue, this is where you will grow the most and come to understand at an even greater depth the interconnectedness of our human condition. You will have new classmates from very different backgrounds, and while it may seem foreign, uncomfortable, and awkward at times, it will bring you wisdom. In each experience, you will have someone different from yourself. You will uncover fundamental truths about what it means to be human and share time and space on this planet. You will see the false masks we wear that create an illusion of differences, and you will lift them. You will see wide chasms in our beliefs and values, and you will bridge them by finding common ground. You will understand the foundation of fear upon which nativism and intolerance are built, and you will help build up your community to liberate the capacity of every human being. Yes, my dear graduates of 2020, you are ready. So now go in peace and love one another and contribute to the bright future your generation is destined to build. Congratulations, graduates of the class of 2020.
We will now have our second musical interlude. It is my pleasure to introduce the senior members of the cast and crew from this year's spring musical In the Heights, which was slated to open March 26, but like many performances across the globe, never made it to production. To honor these memories and experiences, the senior theater artists of the ASFG have rewritten the song Everything I Know from In the Heights to reflect their own journey until this point.
In the future, there's a screenshot of our high school graduation. You can tell it's 2020 by the Zoom formal wear.
It's the beginning of a decade. We're all stuck in quarantine. So much happened in our school, wish we were there.
Every morning that we came, we'd go to class and do our homework. No one ever knew the date, but even so, we would see each other, anxious for tomorrow. Why don't you tell me where you want to go?
In this album, there's a picture of our days in kindergarten, looking forward to the future, not knowing what's ahead. A little wishful thinking. Did we know that we'd be leaving for good on Friday, March 13th?
And on the day we left, did we dream of endless summer? Did somebody have a plan? Or did we just go? Would somebody sit us down and say, hey guys, get ready to leave behind everything you know? Everything we know. What do I know?
I remember in the hallway there are pictures of our journey, all our Friday night adventures, all the memories that we made.
Like a one moon, folklorama, rec nights and rehearsals.
We'll save everything school gave us, all the love and inspiration, and our hearts are in these pictures, though the life that we knew is now gone. But we go on, we grow, so hold tight to the future, don't let go. We'll change the world with everything we know. Thank you for everything we know.
I am now honored to introduce Dr. Julie Villand, high school principal.
Good afternoon. Welcome to our ASFG faculty, parents, guests, esteemed presidium, and dearest graduating students. Our year together was cut short. First, it was cut short by my health issues, and then it was cut short by the world's health issue. Although I didn't get to know you as a senior class as I might have wished, I confess I enjoyed observing you from afar. I observed you as you took control of the circumstances around you to expend your energy smartly. From the task of designing and implementing the best ever senior locker rollout to hosting a multifaceted Guamun conference that engaged everyone. You led the entire high school through the largest techo build. You accomplished a creative and fun student-directed theatrical production. And you left behind your legacy for ASFG through a beautiful yearbook. You defied all odds and shared your interests through the senior project, whether that be through the themes of mental health, well-being, sustainability, discovering nature, research, service, artistic performances, and so much more. Under those tough circumstances to get all these tasks done, you learn to control your mindset, patience, resilience, and be calm, and you nourish those around you through your actions. Graduation is a great achievement, and it is worthy today to pause and celebrate this milestone. I guarantee at one point when you were in early childhood or elementary, your parents paused and thought, if I can only get them safely through high school. Today is that day. Your parents deserve to rejoice in this celebration too. The journey was a success. Besides influencing those around you, you also learn to accept things for which you cannot change. With that, you learn to accept your feelings, be non-judgmental about feelings, and practice some self-compassion. You learn to accept what is true as true. And most importantly, you learned when to make an effort to expend your energy and when to preserve your energy, when to let your mind work and when to stop your mind from just spinning. Can I fix this problem? Does this moment call for courage and action? Or does this moment call for acceptance? Having the wisdom to know the difference will help you in life. What we cannot change are the long-standing friendships we form at ASFG. We cannot change the gratitude we develop for teachers and classmates and the simple building that gathers us together. We as humans in the animal world have the unique advantage and paradoxical disadvantage that we anticipate the future and worry about it, as well as remember the past and long for something we cannot have. We can let these days harden us and be resentful, or we can allow this time to help us have a better understanding and depart the senior hallway as a better person and college bound. I hope that you can take the lessons and love that ASFG has given you and share that in your future. I am confident that you will be great. I wish each of you the very best.
Many of today's graduates are wearing pins and stoles to celebrate accomplishments. Our co-valedictorians bear a white stole. Our National Honor Society members receive a special gold stole and a pin. Special pins recognize our students for various important accomplishments. Honor Roll students bear a special pin. Students who received exemplary reviews on their senior projects bear a pin. And students who excel in service by completing twice the amount of required hours are also recognized by a service learning pin. Finally, ASFG is proud to acknowledge our students who attended ASFG for their career from pre-first through high school. These students bear a pin engraved with fidelity. The Parents Association wishes the class of 2020 the very best and kindly gifts each of them an American School class ring. The Alumni Association welcomes the newest members with the gift of access. Each graduate has received an alumni credential to visit ASFG. We have now reached the point in this ceremony where we will present the diplomas to our graduates. Mariana Aguilar Martínez. Ana Paula Albanés Ábalos. Isaac Gerardo Amaya Aguirre. Samuel Benucillo Bemarás. Alejandro Betancourt López. Hannah Lee Butler Gutiérrez. Jeremías Miguel Cañedo Ponce. Emilio Kenji Kano Asano, Miriam Fernanda Castellanos Tanaka, Héctor Manuel Castellanos Urrea, José David Chagoyan Godoy, Nur Shehabuddin, María Laura Contreras Hernández, Miranda Cuevas Morales, Marcelo de la Torre Hernández, Santiago de Lira Robles, Andrés del Toro López, Daniela Díaz Castro, Luis Eduardo Díaz Macías, Tamara Valesca Dueñas Pensky, Elizabeth Claire Easley, Emily Grace Isley, Luis Diego Fernández Sur, Melanie Alexa García Parra Vázquez, Paula Andrea García Sánchez, Viviana Gómez Álvarez, Juan Cristóbal Gómez Malacara, María Fernanda Gómez Verea Valle, Mariano González Espinosa, Sofía González Gasque, Esteban González Guerra Basavilbaso, Ana González Luna Díaz del Castillo, Hiromi Natalia González Ríos, María Fernanda González Valenzuela, Jorge Humberto Guillén Berrueta, Lorenza Gutiérrez Estrada, Mónica Gutiérrez Estrada, Diego Hedge Álvarez, Alejandro Hernández García Méndez, Ana de Lourdes Hurtado Jiménez, Isabel Ibarra Antuñano, Rafael Andrés Jiménez Pacheco, Roberto Kleinman Deicas, Santiago López Campos, Luis Enrique López Ríos, Juan Pablo Madero González, Alejandra Maitorena López, Carly Rose McGrath Tidings, Alejandra Méndez González, Asami Tomoe Michelle González Ulleda, Beatrice Elizabeth Moix Mejía, Paula Moragrega Canudas, Álvaro Morales Esponda, Ana Fernanda Nava Figueroa, Fermín Nieblas Jiménez, David Ortiz Jr., Íñigo Ortiz Zurita, Fausto Alejandro Palma Cervantes, Enrique Pérez Benavides, Sofía Pimienta Azueta, Renata Pous Hugenin, Regina Pulido González, Fernanda Ramírez de la Cueva, Andrés Gregorio Rodríguez Segura, Alejandro Rojas Uribe, Diego Rubio Gutiérrez, Ricardo Sahagún Orozco, María Alejandra Salame Gómez, Alejandra Salles Becerril, Ángel Miguel Sánchez Guinto, Flor Marey Sánchez Hernández, Regina Santoscoy García, Chan Mi Shin, Ana Paula Sierra Padilla, Fernando Su Chen, Maritza Elizabeth Torres Jiménez, Paula Tostado Ramírez, Samuel Trujillo Restrepo, Alejandra Vázquez Camaraza, Carla Fabiola Vázquez Cuautli, Julieta Velasco Gutiérrez, Lorenza Vielma Paredes, Julián Villarreal de Sentis, Santiago Villarreal Decentis. Ian Matthew Joseph Willing. Jorge Zaragoza Jiménez. John Lee Tang Tang. Now, we invite you to join the Zoom app to continue with this celebration.